What if I told you The Sims 4 isn't the only life simulation scam? I recently watched this fascinating video by a YouTuber named Jetro.
Our company is developing a game called Paradise.
It was a deep dive into an upcoming life simulation game called Paradise. It's an ultra-realistic life sim that integrates AI. Wait, it's not the same as that life simulation game that integrates AI. This is a different one. Anyway, it turns out it's also maybe allegedly a crypto scam. Things are getting weird. But anyway, as I started working on this video, I also sort of realized the life simulation genre has had its fair share of quote-unquote scams over the years. In an industry rife with false advertising and broken promises, sometimes it's hard to tell whether a game is the real deal. How broken will it be at launch? How lackluster is the gameplay? How predatory will the microtransactions be? And is it even real? This is why I don't recommend pre-ordering any game, and if I do decide to make a purchase, I never pay full price, which is where today's sponsor Instant Gaming comes in clutch. If you thought the deals on Instant Gaming couldn't get any better, Black Friday is here, and until December 2nd, you can get some incredible discounts on both new AAA titles and cult classics. These days, I actually buy all my games on Instant Gaming, unless it's like an indie dev or a certain studio I really want to support. It's very simple. You just buy the game on the website, and then they'll give you a code that you redeem on the EA app or Steam or whatever platform. And if you want to support my channel, you can use my Instant Gaming link in the description, and I'll receive a small commission on any purchases you make. You guys have probably noticed I've been working with Instant Gaming for the last 3 months, and that's because I really do believe in their service, and I can't recommend them enough. So thank you to Insta Gaming for sponsoring this video. From a distance, Paradise really seemed like it had a lot to offer. It's sort of like a more adult life simulation experience. It has fancy graphics, violence, and eye-catching character models.
Show me your boobs.
But it also happens to be extraordinarily sketchy. First of all, the trailer. If this looks familiar, it's because it was apparently heavily inspired by the GTA 6 trailer. Some might even say it borrowed elements from that trailer.
Do these umbrellas look familiar to you? Well, they should, because they are ripped right out of the GTA 6 trailer's beach scene.
But that's just the beginning, because the vehicles in Paradise appear to bear more than a striking resemblance to real-life cars. Take this, quote, Lamborghini, for instance, which people have pointed out appears to just be a Lamborghini right down to the logo, which if that's the case is obviously some type of infringement. Furthermore, Paradise claimed to be collaborating with several real-life influencers, but it couldn't be confirmed whether these influencers actually agreed to be featured in the game. Additionally, in Jetro's video, someone even went to the address of Ultra Games, the game studio behind Paradise, but all they found was an empty building. Truly though, all this aside, it was a few words that were uttered in the trailer that were really the nail in the scam coffin for Paradise.
Earn money and crypto.
Sorry, what was that? You heard that right. Paradise promised to give players a way to earn crypto by completing in-game tasks. But fast forward a few weeks after a handful of YouTubers made videos exposing Paradise, and the developers behind the game have addressed these concerns in a Q&A post on their website. And in some cases, they didn't just address the concerns, they put the thing down, flipped it, and reversed it. AKA, they backpedaled. Because when it comes to the crypto itself, they've scrubbed nearly all mentions of crypto from their website. And in that recent Q&A, they stated that the game will launch without crypto or blockchain integration. That is, unless you use the Paradise app. More on that in a second. Worth noting is that Steam prohibits games featuring crypto to be listed on their platform. Paradise devs also backpedaled on those influencer collaborations with big names like Ninja and Pokimane. I don't know who any of these people are. I've heard of them, but I don't know who they are. I think they're before my time, or after. Anyway, in the Q&A, they said that they jumped the gun, and their contracts with these influencers were never really finalized. As of this video, they've removed any mentions of those particular influencers from their website. I don't know, but that's sort of given noob energy. Everybody knows you shouldn't announce something like that unless it's final. Remember how I said someone went to their company address and it was an empty building?
I actually had a viewer who went to the address of the Ultra Games offices that used to be listed on their website. And to no one's surprise, Erica found nothing.
they addressed this too. The devs clarified by stating that the address listed is only their legal address, not the physical location of their offices, and that they have team members working remote around the globe. Devs further clarified that yes, they drew inspiration from GTA, they're a verified partner with Epic Games, and that the vehicles in their game were created by their own devs. They also mentioned that they partnered with 11 Labs to create AI-powered dialogue for NPCs, which honestly sounds so bad.
Hey yo, you tripping, man. This ain't the place to be talking about no guns. You better chill with that.
Like, yeah, duh.
I'm weak.
I'm totally Christy. Who else would I be, hun?
It's so bad. Any random Joe Schmo voice actor off the streets would have sounded better. As of November 30th, 2024, Paradise is still listed on Steam, the Epic Games Store, and even the PlayStation Store, with plans to be released in early access next year. But there's more, because even though they said there wouldn't be crypto in the game, the Paradise game has an app that does use crypto. It looks like crypto farming or something, where you earn tokens by doing the most mundane shit ever. Clicking, I guess, just clicking. I don't know anything about crypto. The problem with this app though, and Jetro goes into depth about this in his video, is that there's no way to cash out through the app. So like you can earn tokens through it, but you can't withdraw, which if that's the case is a straight up scam. And while the Paradise app isn't mandatory to play the game, it sort of seems like the game is being used as a gateway to get people to use the app. That whole thing is very fishy. On the flip side though, they're not selling pre-orders, they're not asking anyone to donate money, there's no Patreon. That being said, I do not recommend anyone play this game when or if it comes out, because with the whole app and crypto thing, it makes me feel like something more dubious is going on behind the scenes, and there's a ton of privacy concerns involved with this game as well. But sometimes as a consumer, it is this gray area, the unknown, the is this a scam limbo? That's actually sort of scarier. Let me know what you guys think down below, but the truth is, players in the life sim genre are no stranger to these too good to be true games like Paradise. In June 2021, a trailer for a new life sim game popped up on YouTube, and it was the talk of the town. This game was called Alter Life, and it boasted polished graphics, limitless possibilities, and in their words, the most comprehensive character editor on the market. It really looked good, and life sim players were like, finally, some real competition for the Sims. I feel like they've said that 20 times in the last 3 years. Except, the problem is, Alter Life has completely fallen off the face of the earth. There haven't been any updates for Alter Life in over 3 years, leading many to wonder, what the hell happened? And was this game a scam the whole time? When I tried to find information about the developer and publisher, VGG Studio, I found a handful of crickets, leaving many to wonder whether this game was the real deal. So is Alter Life a scam? Back when the trailer first came out, several popular Sims YouTubers covered the game in detail, and one YouTuber even went so far as to say, it's on Steam, so it's not a scam.
It is on Steam, so yes, it's legit. If something is put on Steam, you know, then you don't gotta worry about any like scams or anything like that. So yeah, don't worry, it's already on Steam.
While being listed on Steam gives the appearance of authenticity, it's apparently pretty easy to list a game there. I'm pretty sure you just have to pay a listing fee and agree to the terms and conditions. It doesn't seem like it's that hard, but this raises an interesting point. When we use the word scam, what do we really mean? For some people, it's when a game makes promises that it can't keep or has no intentions of delivering on that makes it a scam. But for others, for a game to be a scam, it has to involve some level of financial deception. And since Alter Life never sought money from prospective players, it's hard to say whether it fits that definition. So did the creators of Alter Life intentionally deceive prospective players by releasing this flashy trailer and then disappearing off the face of the earth? Or did they simply get to a point in development where they realized they couldn't deliver a quality game that would satisfy players? Whether due to resource or time limitations, we'll never know. But there is one life simulation game that by all definitions appears to be a complete and utter farce. People of the Newberry was a life simulation game announced in 2020 which promised players the ability to create the perfect person in the perfect home. And and a cute puppy. I don't know why they threw that last part in there, but who doesn't love puppies? The game was supposed to be released in Q3 2021 on the Epic Games Store. It was purportedly developed using Unreal Engine 4 with a planned release on PC and would eventually make its way over to consoles as well. So they released a few YouTube videos which are now deleted, unfortunately, but they showed off a world editor tool as well as a character creator. And the studio in charge of development was actually not a studio, it was just a single person by the name of MacLeod. I think that's how you say it. I'm pretty sure he was Russian. But off the bat, something about this guy was suspicious. He seemed to have a lot of lofty goals and ambitions for the game. He talked about his vision of this huge world map where you could visit different cities. He said there would be over 150 different animals in the game, and apparently he was already planning on releasing a ton of expansions. It sort of seemed like he was promising too much. The game's creator even went so far as to say that he created 80% of the game's assets from scratch. But then some people noticed that a lot of the assets used in the game appeared to just be ripped from the Unity store. 4 years ago, Simmer Aaron apparently talked to the creator, and let's just say I found their conversation to be very revealing.
So we actually did reach out to the developer to get some more information about this, and this is what I've had. I've been making the game for 7 months now. It wasn't easy. I started studying game creation in 2016 when I was 17 years old. Now I am 22.
Not only was Homeboy just 22 years old,
I've always loved creating my own. When I was little, I loved playing Lego.
his only experience was playing with Legos. I mean, this interview should have shut it down, right? Immediate no, immediate scam. Let's move on. Because it's just, how could you ever take that seriously? I'm sorry. Indie devs, we love and support them, but this is not a dev. This is a 22-year-old who threw together a bunch of Unity assets and some nicely edited videos and was like, support me on Patreon. So a lot of folks started asking questions. When he was pressed about things like why he wouldn't show any gameplay footage, the creator fired back by saying, why don't you ask this question to Paralives? Where's the Paralives gameplay? I did the whole, and when I saw that reply, I was like, damn, the train has arrived at Deflection Station. As things spiraled, he even went so far as to just block anyone who expressed any kind of skepticism about the game. Now, to make matters even worse, he was getting donations from people on Patreon. They were never making that much money from what I can tell, just a couple $100s a month, but still, that's hard-earned money that people were donating because they believed in this project and they trusted this guy who was making it. But as the release date for people of Newberry got closer, things got quieter. Sometimes weeks would go by without any updates until eventually all communication ceased. As of today, there have been no updates on Patreon since January 2021, and the creator has deleted his social media accounts. But the shocking thing is, this game still exists. I mean, it hasn't been released or anything, but the creator simply rebranded the game into another game, which today is called Signity. But that game's YouTube channel hasn't been updated for over 2 years, and if I were you, I wouldn't hold your breath. But I guess if you are desperate to get your hands on a real scam, there's this game with like 84 DLC. Damn it, what's the name of that? It costs over $1,000. What is that called? I can't think of it right now, but I'm sure you'll let me know down below.